I'm Mrs. Samick, and this video will help you find some of the information and resources you need for your Destination Craze informative speech assignment. Today I'm here to tell you why you are going to love Slovenia. The first thing you're going to need to look for is some information about your location. And I would highly recommend that you start with culturegrams. This will tell you about the location, some historical information, and some communication norms. You'll notice that when you go to culturegrams from home, it is going to ask you for a username and password. All of our usernames and passwords can be found on the Trojan Media Center Canvas page. And if I go there, you can see that my culturegrams username and password is YZHS and password WHS. Once I'm into culturegrams, I will go to the World Edition. I can select my country from the drop-down list or use the map to get to it. You can use the menu on the left-hand side to jump to different information about the country. You'll see that there's a photo gallery that might help you with pictures for your slideshow. There's a section on customs and courtesies, which would be a good place to find your communication norms. So Slovenia is found in Eastern Europe near Italy. From the late 1800s to the early 1900s, Slovenia was part of Austria-Hungary. Even though they weren't their own country, they still kept their own culture. In 1918, World War I happened, and some borders changed as a result of that. In 1919, it became a little smaller and was called the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes, also known as Yugoslavia. In 1946, around World War II, it was still Yugoslavia, but was communist, and in 1991, Slovenia and the other areas within Yugoslavia became independent countries. Slovenians are a very warm and welcoming people. They're proud of their country, they're proud of their heritage and their traditions. Gardens and good food are highly valued. They are extremely welcoming to family and friends, and it is considered impolite to not eat food that is offered by them. Many of them speak English, especially anyone who's about 40 or younger. And if you want to greet somebody, you say Dober dan, or if you want to shorten that, you can just say dan, and people know you're saying hello or hi. So all of the information on those last three slides was found in culturegrams. Photos that I used to illustrate the facts were found with a Google image search. Now, you do want to be careful when you're finding pictures on Google. Sometimes people don't label them accurately, so make sure you dig in far enough to be sure that the picture that you're including is actually of the place or the country that you're referencing. There are some really fantastic places in Slovenia to visit. It's known for its mountains, its lakes, and its caves. Lake Bled is its most famous lake. You can see that there's a castle on a hill in the distance and also a church on an island in the middle of the lake. Hiking is a popular activity there, and this town is known for its kremšnita, or its cream cake. If mountains are more your thing, Velika Planina might be a place for you to go. You can ride the cable car up to the top of the mountain and hike then to the cow pasture, where the cows spend the summertime eating mountain grass and flowers. You, while you're there, can eat zhiganse with yogurt and cracklings. It's kind of a buckwheat oatmeal and is very delicious. Slovenia is also home to many very large and impressive caves. One of those caves is Skocijanska Jama, and you can take a walking tour through the giant caverns with rivers flowing below you. You can see on the left-hand side of this picture that that's actually a bridge through the cave. It's that huge and very, very impressive. So to find your must-sees, a great way to start is to just search the phrase whatever country and tourism, Or if you want to narrow into a big city, there might be multiple things to do in that city, so you can search a city name in tourism. Look for the official tourist page of that location, if there is one. That will probably give you the most reliable information. And then you can also look at other sites like TripAdvisor to look for tourist ideas and reviews. And then Google Earth also does a good job of pointing you to some of the must-sees. So, for example, if I search Slovenia tourism, I do get some popular destinations. I do get the official travel guide to Slovenia. And then I get some Lonely Planet and TripAdvisor links as well. So those are places you can find information. Google Earth, if I just search Slovenia, it takes me to a map, and then I can click on destinations in Slovenia and go through some of these to get some ideas of places to visit. No. There are a few different ways you can approach causes for concern. There might be safety concerns for visiting your area. There might be concerns about the impact that tourism has on a specific area. Travel.state.gov is a US government site that gives you information on what is going on in different countries with regards to travel. So if I go to that page and click on international travel, and then I search for Slovenia here, I can see a few things. So of course there's COVID information and passport information that's been updated lately. But I can go down here, and right now there's a level 3 travel advisory, and this is of course because of COVID. Normally Slovenia would not have a travel advisory. It's a very safe country to visit. And you can scroll down here and see some quick facts and safety and security requirements, local laws and special circumstances, travel information, that sort of thing. The other thing you can do is search for the negative impact of tourism on, and then I would put a specific tourist location. So for example, in Slovenia, I might search for the negative impact of tourism on the caves, and I would find that there are some concerns about the impact of people going through the caves on the ecosystems there and the protections that are put in place for visitors to those caves. And of course, you will want to keep track of where you find your information so that you can make a complete works cited page when you're done. This is an example of some of the sources that I used along the way. If you have any questions along the way as you're working on this project, please don't hesitate to contact me in the Media Center. You can stop by the Media Center if you're in the building, or if you're a distance learner, send me an email and we'll figure out a way to connect and get your questions answered.